Hello everyone and welcome to a little brown box share today. I have created some layouts and some cards from this fabulous birthday fancy kit. I do have some leftover pieces here. I'm going to address those at the end of the video and let you know what I'm planning on doing with those. But this kit here comes with the most beautiful little embellishments that have gold foil treatment to them. And what I've done is gone through and created the 3 cards here as per the instructions. So I'll just bring those in. These are the gorgeous envelopes here. They're all exactly the same here and they've got that beautiful gold foil on them. The cards that I have made are pretty much exactly the same as what these are here, but I think sometimes it's good to see these up close, and I'm hoping that the gold foil is actually showing through on this. So fun to play with, and there are so many elements in this kit. And what I love about this one is you don't only get the pink colorway, you get a blue colorway as well. And the card actually wraps all the way around this design. So if you wanted to, you could cut this in half and create 2 card panels from this and more cards. It's the same with the gold foil one. The design wraps all the way around to the back here. And then I've got this one here with this gorgeous lace sort of treatment on the edges here and a beautiful pink stripe here, just a very soft pink, and I absolutely love it. And the instructions are here. You can follow along with these to make these exact same cards, but on the front here you'll also notice that there are suggestions for other card designs. So if you purely just want to make a whole heap of cards out of this kit, then you would just look at these for a reference and put them together. But I wanted to show that I have done 3 of the cards, but I've also done 3 double page spreads from this kit. Now, I don't have a process video on these, but they're fairly simple and straightforward to follow. So basically, I've used strawberry slush as my base here, and then I've cut down some white willow cardstock to 11.5 by 11.5 inches. And then I've used the elements that were designed to go on the cards here. You can see these banner strips here. They've used it on a card here and here. I've just used them as like a little platform here to house all these gorgeous cakes. Look how pretty these are. It's all one die cut piece. So there's no actual layering of any other elements on here that I've chosen to use. And the same with the right side as well. I have just used that one piece. I need to trim this bit off before I put it in a memory protector. This one here, I have used one of the lace doilies that goes with the cards. You would have seen it here on the card that I created, and it just gives a place for these elements to live. So I've done exactly the same thing with the layout here, tucked it under 2 of the photo holders here and just grouped some there. And these little dots that I've used are the new strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems. You get the darker color with the strawberry slush, the pretty in pink, and then you get some clear ones as well. I've used all 3 types on the layouts I'm going to share with you today. And I'm hoping you can see the little gold flecks that are in these, giving them that extra special little touch. Now, all of the ones that I've created could be used for birthday pages, but they also could be used for just an afternoon tea out with friends. And even if you have people over for dinner and have a special dessert, you don't have to have this many cakes out on display to use these layouts for your photos. This is a panel here that is designed to go onto a card base, but it makes a perfect little journal spot here, and that has gold foil treatment to it as well. And the letters that I've used are the alphabet a la mode dies, and I think they are just the perfect touch to this because it's nice and delicate with the fine font here, and it just ties in really well with the feeling of this layout. So this is the first double page spread I've done. The second double page spread that I did, I used cloud cover, which is one of the colors in the die cut pieces here. These banners were actually longer. There was a lot of white down in this section here, so I trimmed them so that they could form a little banner here. I'm not sure that you can pick that up, but they've been used on the cards here and you use them as is. You don't need to do any trimming at all if you just want to follow the pictures and the instructions for the cards. These strips are actually part of the die cut pieces as well. I trimmed them down so I could make 2 little edges here, and I've used some gold foil paper for my title. I'm going to put photos on here of the high tea that I went to for my birthday that my daughter took me to. So this sort of gives you an excuse to go out and have a lovely high tea or go somewhere special and enjoy some cake and treat yourself, I think, because I just love how these elements look on the page. And I love that there are little separate ones as well, right down to the details of the little strawberries. And you get individual little teacups as well. And these die cut pieces are just so delicate and beautiful to work with. You can see I've used the same sort of formula here, but I've just given it a wider border. So I've cut this white piece down to, I'll just measure it for you, 11 inches. I think it's 11 by 11. And that gives you an inch border down the side and across the bottom here. I quite like having this sort of framing done, and I've kept that for all 3 double page spreads that I've made using this. Now the next one is quite bright and not something that I usually do. I normally have white bases for my white space and everything like that, but you can use colors for white space as well. So you can see there's quite a bit of white space around here, even though it is on strawberry slush. Just going to line these back up again so you can see it a little bit better. But there is still breathing space around these elements here. And I've stretched all the little die cut pieces across these 6 layouts and the 3 cards. And I feel like there's just enough embellishments on here. If you wanted to, you could just make 1 double page spread and do a row of these cakes all across the bottom and then place a few others in and around the layout. These little elements here are actually pieces that are roughly about this size, and there are 4 of them in the kit. So I just tuck them under to create a cute little border edge coming out from the photos here. And to separate the white from white, I have just cut a strip of this strawberry slush, and it's 2-tone cardstock. So I've flipped it over so that the lighter edge is up against this large white photo mat here, and the same on this side as well. So these didn't sort of disappear in. And my photo mats are using the light side of strawberry slush, but the main base part here is the true color of strawberry slush, so the deeper tone. And I've got a white border around the outside edges as well. So these 2 strawberry slush pieces are cut at 11.5 by 11.5 inches. And you'll see a little bit of stamping here that actually comes with this kit. And you get a little Lost Lagoon ink pad with it as well, a Stampin spot. And that ties in with the little blue elements that are on here. But you can see these gorgeous little cakes, florals, strawberries, they're individual items, little bowls of cherries, so many gorgeous little detail pieces, and it really does make for sweet layouts. So I'm going to bring in what I've got left over from this after creating these 6 layouts or 3 double page spreads and these 3 cards here. It's such a fun, gorgeous pack. It's so pretty, and it came out in July. Now, as this video goes up, there will be 3 brand new brown box kits that will be available, but this one is still available to purchase. It should be around for around 12 months. They usually say when they bring out a brown box kit that they will be available for a 12-month period. If they sell out, they do reorder them in until the end of that sale period. So let's just bring in what I've got left in the box. So obviously I haven't used all the card bases on my layouts. I've just used these 3 card bases and I've still got them in here. But you get tear tape, a big sheet of dimensionals, some glue dots. This is the little Lost Lagoon Stampin' spot that I spoke about before. I love that they print out what is on the actual stamp set now, so it's easy to see, so I can trim that off and put that in a little bag and put that with my sentiment stamps, because these are really gorgeous sentiments. And as you can see, they stamp beautifully and it's a lovely fine detail. So that's going to be a set that I reach for again and again. So here are some of those die cut pieces that you can use for sentiment spots, or you can do journaling on these. I didn't actually end up using these ones here, but I do have a plan to use them for something, probably in a wedding card, because I have a wedding to go to very soon. These are some of the other die cut pieces that house the sentiments when you're making the cards. I'm going to turn this around this way because I want to bring in these delicate pieces here. Now, I do have a bit left over for this kit, but I am going to tell you just in a moment what I'm going to use these for. So there's a piece that I used for my journaling spot on a layout. And this gorgeous frame here, I used one of them on a card, but it's absolutely beautiful. I have a whole heap of envelopes here that I know I'm going to put to good use. I think you get 3 of each card design, or maybe 4. 1, 2, you get 4 of each design. So I have 3 of these left. This is the card that I originally made right here, following the instructions. But for me, these are perfect for wedding cards. I think they're absolutely stunning. So that's why I haven't incorporated the card bases onto my layouts. I don't think they needed them. I think with the die cut pieces, they look perfectly fine just as they are. I'm keeping these for special occasions. And then I'll have 3 of these pink and white stripe ones. Now, these would make perfect birthday cards, but I'm also thinking of baby cards for these and little 1-year-old cards. So I've got 3. Whoops, it's still in the box here. And I've got 3 of these gorgeous blue ones. So for me, these are perfect card bases where you want a lovely soft sort of feel to them. I love this color palette, and I didn't really want to use these onto my page layouts, but I know I'm going to put these aside for special occasions and create cards as I need them. And then I've got the perfect gorgeous envelopes to put them in. So yes, I do have a little bit left over from this kit, but I know I'm going to put it to good use. So I'll just bring the layouts quickly back in again. I'm just going to spread everything out here. And this one here might be my favorite, even though it's on the bright pink paper. I really love how this looks. And Strawberry Slush is a gorgeous pink, and the reverse side of it is quite beautiful as well. So that was my 3rd layout that I did. The 2nd one I did here, you can see these are the strips that I'm talking about that were meant for sentiment spots for the cards. So you can definitely use those on layouts. This one was actually this size, and I just trimmed it down to spread it across the 2. And then I've got the first layout that I made with these gorgeous cakes and everything on it. A really special little kit. The gold foil treatment is perfect. So that's my little share of the projects that I've made using the Birthday Fancy Kit. I'll put links to everything that I've used in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Happy crafting, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.